So we've been reporting today on the court appearance by one of the suspects in that shooting of an off-duty Border Patrol agent here in New York. That incident cited in the new lawsuit filed by the Justice Department against the city over its sanctuary policies. This lawsuit claiming the city's protections for undocumented migrants interfere with federal immigration laws, arguing those policies violate the supremacy clause of the Constitution. Now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams responding, the job of the mayor is to protect the safety of every single person in their city. Keeping New Yorkers safe also means making sure they feel safe. And we have been clear, no one should be afraid to dial 911, send their kids to school or go to the hospital, and no New Yorkers should feel forced to hide in the shadows. Here now is the former ICE Director, John Sandweg. All right, John, what do you make of the lawsuit? Does the lawsuit itself have merit?
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, Connell. Remember, this is one of several the Justice Department has filed, including in Chicago, Los Angeles, and other states across the country. The argument is interesting. It's an argument similar to the one the Obama administration actually brought against Arizona when Arizona was trying to do more immigration enforcement, right? The Obama administration sued and said, hey, the supremacy clause says we're the sole decider when it comes to federal immigration law, and you're impeding on us. That's basically what DOJ is saying here, is that this sanctuary policy goes too far, and that New York City is now impeding federal law enforcement agents in their enforcement of federal immigration laws and thus violating the supremacy clause. The state's going to say, hey, well, you can't commandeer our jail personnel and turn them into ICE agents. Historically, these suits have not been successful in these arguments, but that said, we have a different Supreme Court, and it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, or these other ones as well.
From the lawsuit, just this week, New York City sanctuary policies have reaped tragic consequences, saying on July 20th, 2025, two illegal aliens allegedly ambushed an off-duty Custom and Border Protection officer while he sat in Fort Washington Park, and they allegedly tried to rob the officer, shooting him in the face. So this incident gives it a lot of, gives it a public, face, so to speak, and gives us something to pin it to and talk about. But whatever one of these comes in first, to your point, you mentioned Chicago. I mean, the precedent with the current court system is what's going to be to watch, right? If one goes, so do the others.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I think, there might have been some new developments today on the Chicago one, Connell, but, there's the legal arguments, and then you and I have talked about the politics of this as well.
Yes.
And so legally, I think the states are on pretty good ground saying that, hey, these are our jails, right? The 10th Amendment basically says you can't commandeer us, and we're, just exercising our sovereignty as an independent state. Okay, great. But then there's the politics of this, right? And I do think it's tough to the average public to sit here and say, why would you want to defend undocumented people who are booked into a jail for committing a crime? But someone you arrested and put in your jail, that's a lot harder to explain than the legal defense that'll be brought in court.
Interesting. Yeah. Like Homan said the other day, Tom Homan, you're going to flood New York now, right, with ICE officers. So they're going to come in even heavier than they have been. So the politics of that also, to me at least, and I'd be curious to see what you say, are tricky for this administration because, right, this story is easy. You got a criminal. Everybody wants to get rid of somebody who does something like that, right? But then if you hear, oh, they're flooding with ICE officers, now are people in the immigrant community going to be thinking, well, they're going to be going after my cousin. They're going to be going after people at workplaces. What would you say about how this is being handled and how they walk that line, whether they've crossed it at times?
Connell, it's a tough situation. I mean, these are debates that I had when I was at DHS and ICE with groups who are pushing these sanctuary policies and trying to explain there is a natural consequence. Now, I think what Tom was talking about was also kind of punitive a little bit, right? We're going to flood New York City to send a message. But put that aside. What he was also saying is 100% accurate. If ICE can't get someone in jail, what ends up happening is then ICE does a targeted operation to go get them at their home.
And then they find someone else.
Was saying that when they, what's that?
Then they find somebody else.
When they go out. Right, where they find someone else along the way. And what he was saying is, hey, you want us operating in your jails. Then we're focused only on the criminal population. You don't want the agents out there on the streets where they run into other people, they're going to arrest them. There is 100% truth to that argument. On the other hand, though, there were times when I met with police chiefs and others, and they would say, hey, by giving you access to everybody in our jail, we'll give you the bad guys. And Connell, it's really important to note, there are sanctuary policies and there are sanctuary policies. There's some of these that are, you can't touch anyone, which are crazy. You could have people convicted of violent crimes and they won't give them access to ICE. But then there's some that are more moderate and only touching the small population. But again, you heard it in Adam's statement there. They don't want to create this perception that calling the police would trigger, you getting deported. They don't want to have that chilling effect.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.